Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Wayne Dyer. And the title of today's message is, First find the calm clarity within you before choosing how you will respond. That means that today's meditation is, I am the mountain. I am the mountain is a practice of finding the calm clarity within us before choosing how to respond. Somebody, a very good morning. It is awesome seeing you. Hello. Colette, good morning. It's great seeing you. Let's get into today's message. Being a living, breathing organism on Earth means that we will be in constant contact with an ever-changing environment around us. And what sets us clearly apart from all the other organisms is how we have access to a lot more choice in our ability to respond to our environment, but only if we actually exercise that choice. We could, as much as some of the other organisms on this planet, we could be as much caught in a trap of no choice, just reacting to an environment. We have two modes in our interaction with the world around us, unconscious or conscious. Unconscious mode, I guess, could also be called living on autopilot. This doesn't mean physically asleep, but maybe something like emotionally asleep or spiritually asleep or unaware. In this mode, it's like we are on autopilot, reacting to our environment from a collection of old patterns formed by our past experience in a sequence of if this, then that events. In this unconscious mode, we're unaware of the trigger of some old messaging waking up within us. Our reaction might even have the feel of authenticity to it. It feels right to act in this way because in the past, repeating this action has made it feel familiar. But in this mode, we are not exercising any choice at all. Every reaction has been predetermined by a past experience, a past meaning we've made. Linda, good morning. It is awesome seeing you. Hello. And then there's conscious mode. Conscious mode is like awakening to possibility, awakening to more options, becoming aware of the repetitive nature of our thoughts and reactions. This wakes us up to a wider set of possibilities. Taking a step back and seeing how the same old thought triggers the same old emotion, which triggers the same old compulsion to run, to fight, to hide, to numb out. In this conscious mode, we have the space to exercise choice, a space to stop and ask the question, do I want to repeat an old pattern to control my life, or do I want to try a new response? Wayne Dyer's thoughts, very similar, go something like this. Wayne Dyer says, no one can create negativity or stress within you. The stress or the negativity within you can only be created by you and by how you process your world. Wayne Dyer says, cultivate your own garden and let go of your tendency to examine and judge how others cultivate theirs. Catch yourself in moments of gossip about how others ought to be living and rid yourself of thoughts about how they should be doing it this way or how they have no right to live and think as they do. Stay busy and involved in your own projects and pursuits. The next thought from Wayne Dyer is, that which offends you only weakens you. Being offended creates the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend your ego and stay in peace. The last thought from Wayne Dyer is, heaven on earth is a choice that you must make, not a place that you must find. Heaven on earth comes from having more space and seeing and reacting to our environment in a new way. We've all experienced those moments when a seemingly insignificant event triggers a disproportionate emotional response within us. It's as if an invisible force has taken over, driving us to react in ways that we later regret. This impulsive reaction, or these impulsive reactions, are driven by our past experiences and can significantly impact our relationships, our careers, and our overall well-being. It might take no more than a few breaths for you to step out of an unconscious old program and find that being conscious gives you access to more possibilities than you first believed to be true. Today's meditation journey is the practice of first finding the calm clarity within you before choosing how you will respond. Today's meditation, of course, is called I Am the Mountain. If you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine. Lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and even drop your head. While you continue your full body breathing, feel how every part of your body rises as you inhale, And feel how every part of your body falls as you exhale. Our meditation today is called I Am the Mountain. And while you continue your full body breathing, bring that picture of your mountain a little bit closer. We all have been in the presence of a mountain. Remind yourself of what that feels like, being in the presence of a mountain. Imagine watching this mountain over thousands of years. A mountain unchanged over thousands of years. But around this mountain, lots of things have come and gone. No interference was needed from the mountain. Everything that came also went. Especially watch the human busyness around the mountain, like ants scurrying around. And most of what the humans brought also went. Watching the world around it for millennia, would the mountain have a deeper sense of what is important and what really is just not? Your soul is like this mountain. Your soul too has seen everything come and also most of it go. Your soul knows what is important and what is just not. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left, forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least becoming as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, remind yourself of the presence of your mountain. That space which stays the same even while everything around you might be changing. Take your next big breath. I want to invite you to be as open and as playful with this experience as you can be. Open yourself to imagination and invite the child in you to come and play along. What I mean by this is, we're going to start by visualizing this mountain and visualizing what lives on this mountain. Lean into the visualization. That doesn't mean you have to see clear images, because we don't always see clear images when we try to visualize. It's more like a sense of the mountain and a sense of the animals on the mountain, however it works for you. But when we open ourselves to visualization, we also slip into lower brainwave states. The easy way to think of this is, when you're awake, you're obviously in a higher brainwave state than when you're asleep. So when you go from awake to going to bed to falling asleep, your brainwaves slip lower and lower. When you fall asleep and when you dream, your brain waves have slipped into a lower theta brainwave state, and it comes up with imagery. Very much like closing your eyes and visualizing. Right now, when you try and see your mountain, your brain waves do a similar thing. It goes lower and lower. And in this lower brainwave state, you have more neuroplasticity. The changes you're making to your neural pathways tend to stick when you're doing it with your eyes closed, slowing down, and visualizing. So let's get into this journey with our mountain. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see the mountain again. Create as clear a picture as you can. Fly around your mountain. See it from top to bottom. And just be playful with How much vegetation is on your mountain? Is it covered in plants completely? Is it almost completely rocky, or is it somewhere in between? Just have fun with your imagination. Take your next big breath. Be playful. Use your imagination. As we take a look at the plants on your mountain, find a plant that grows on your mountain and study this plant's environment. The soil or rock that this plant grows from. Watch how this plant's roots dig and stretch through the soil and the rock. Take your next big breath. We'll move our focus to the animals in your mountain and give our imagination an opportunity to play with the animals. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, find one of these animals on your mountain and follow it home. Find its environment. Where does it sleep? Where does this animal make its home? This is simply an opportunity to have fun with your imagination. Take your next big breath. And then bring your attention to the birds on your mountain. Find a bird. follow it to its nest. Take a good look at this bird's nest. Can you imagine how this bird built that nest? Take your next big breath. Now bring yourself back to embodying the whole mountain. As you sit, imagine what the mountain feels like sitting in the sunlight, having its surface warmed up by the rays of sunlight, and holding in its arms all of this life we've just had a look at. Imagine once again the presence of this mountain. What does that presence feel like? Take your next big breath. But it's not always sunshine on this mountain. Sometimes the clouds roll in and the sun is obscured, the mountain sits in shade. And sometimes from these clouds it starts to rain. And the mountain goes from sitting in the sun to being drenched in rain. How does the mountain feel about this change in weather? Does the mountain have any resistance? Does it curse the clouds and wish for them to go away? How does the mountain feel about drops of rain turning into rivulets and streams on its surface? With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, get into this mountain's space. How does the mountain feel about the change in weather? Take your next big breath. And then when the sun goes down and the wind picks up and what was just rain turns into a full-blown storm, it's loud, The face of your mountain is lashed with wind and water. It's pitch black darkness, except for the occasional lightning strike, crashing thunder. How much resistance does the mountain have to the storm rolling in? How would the mountain feel when it looks around at this display from Mother Nature? Take your next big breath. And then the next morning when the storm has passed, like the mountain knew it would, when the skies are fresh and the first rays of sunlight touches the face of your mountain, how does your mountain feel about this new day breaking? Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. In the story of the mountain, the conclusion is not to never take action, of course, but to understand that whenever our action is reactive, whenever we are acting from a knee-jerk reaction, we're not exercising free will. We're simply on autopilot, acting in the way that our past taught us to act. But when we become good at embracing the mountain, in other words, remaining calm and centered even when the weather changes, then this gives us choice. It empowers us to choose whether to act or not act at all. And when we choose to act, our mountain empowers us to choose what that action should be. Not necessarily the same old reaction we've had over and over in the past. Wayne Dyer's words today speak to this in a completely different way, of course. that the emotional state we experience, the trigger we experience, is not something that someone else created. It is what happens within us. And we then have a choice whether to act from that old pattern or a new response. Wayne Dyer says, no one can create negativity or stress within you. Only you can do that by virtue of how you process your world. He says that which offends you only weakens you. When you're offended and you act from an offended place, you create the same destructive energy that offended you in the first place. So transcend your ego and stay in peace. He says, cultivate your own garden and let go of your tendency to examine and judge how others cultivate their gardens. Catch yourself in moments of gossip about how others ought to be living and rid yourself of thoughts about how they should be doing things in a different way. The last thought from Wayne Dyer is, heaven on earth is a choice that you must make. It's not a place that you must find. Have you become more familiar with the mountain in you? Have you found it at least a little bit easier to find your calm center while there might be stormy weather around you? Have you found it easier to realize that you don't need to react in the same old way, but you can choose to try something else? Choose a new response and see how that goes. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to walk the path to the mountain in me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning and remembering how to practice finding the mountain, walking that path on the easy days. The days with beautiful weather, when that path is easy to see, when the mountain is easy to find. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that with practice, because I have practiced on so many beautiful days, on the stormy days when that path is not so easy to find, it has become easier now. Thank you for all the practice. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for bringing your mountain into our circle of mountains. Wishing you a beautiful day. And wishing for you to really trust that solid space within you. And learn that even on the days when it wasn't easy to find, even on the days I couldn't find it at all, and I was full of old reactions, to be kind to yourself, to be gentle with yourself, and trust that the mountain's not gone. It's still there. We find it again. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Colette. Wishing you all a beautiful day. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.